Hey everyone, and welcome back. Happy 4th of July for everybody in America, and to anybody else watching, just happy Monday. Alright, so I thought to show you guys a little bit of a story, and so obviously, as you can tell from this title, this is going to be a story on why I quit my job the first time. So as you guys know, I quit my job twice. And the second time was just really for school, but the first time something had happened, and yeah, I thought to share you guys a story. So let's take it back. I was 14 or 15 at the time. I was 14 when I got the job, but I was probably more, I think I was 15 when this had actually happened. And so I worked as a daycare provider, well, not a daycare provider, but a daycare assistant, and I taught toddlers, and I taught 2-year-olds and 1-year-olds, so a little mixture of both. I was technically supposed to be with the 2-year-olds, but we kind of, depending on the day, you know, whatever we really needed, as long as it was with the toddlers, I was fine. So, there came a time where work just was downhill. My coworker, who was the actual teacher in the room, she kind of, I shouldn't even say kind of, she just kind of was struggling with some stuff herself, and she didn't really show up to work as much. So there was other teachers coming in, but they were in for like an hour and then like somewhere else, and it was just jumping all over the place. It was crazy. These poor kids didn't know who their teacher was, and this lasted for about like 2 to 3 weeks, about not quite a month, but I would say like half a month would be correct. And so I really didn't know what to do. The kids were just acting up. Nothing was structured. This was a Montessori school, so if you guys know what that is, good for you guys. So this was a Montessori school, and you know, in that kind of environment, it's layered, like it's structured. There's a time for every event that's going on in the day, whatnot. So I obviously still in school. I would come at 3:30, I think every other day, so Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Things weren't organized at all. I had a hard time keeping up with their daily sheets, which for some parents is like super important. It's like, I gotta know what my kid is doing. And then other parents are like, whatever, just hand me the sheet, let's just go home, I want some food. So anyways, I was having a hard time just kind of keeping up with everything, filling out these sheets. The kids loved me, so of course they just wanted to play all the time, and that was great. But then some other things kind of happened. It was late one night. I was home. I was laying in my bed, and I had sent a group message over Facebook out to the parents. And this is where it all just went downhill from here. It wasn't good. And so, oh my God, like the memories right now, just gotta take it in. All right, so I sent a message. I don't remember everything I had said in the message, but I know one thing was, I'm sorry that the classroom isn't stable. I'm sorry that they're not getting their sheets every day like they normally would be and stuff. And I remember one of the parents before this, when she was picking up her daughter, she kept saying like, you need to be in charge. You're the one who like knows the kids and stuff like that. And she was just like, kept telling me I needed to be in charge and stuff. And I agreed. I mean, I was the one who like really knew the kids. I knew how they would act to certain things, you know, all that kind of good stuff. So I was like, yeah, okay, I see your point. But I sent out this message to the parents, and like I said, I don't remember everything that was in there, but it definitely got some parents worried. I think some parents thought I was gonna harm their kids in some way. But anyways, my coworker had found out. She talked to me. My boss found out. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But like, from my standpoint, I was 15 at the time. Left alone illegally with 8+ little toddlers. And this wasn't the first time I was left alone with kids. I was actually left alone with kids quite a bit. And, but this was more like consistent and stuff. And so it's completely illegal. I don't know what else to say. It's on security cameras, whatever. But that's just my standpoint. Like, 15 handling 8+ toddlers, you're alone. You're the only one who, like, knows these kids and stuff. And so my boss talked to me. And she said, hey, this so-and-so sent me an email. Can you tell me, like, what went on? And so I just told her. And then I was bawling. I was literally sitting in my closet, bawling my eyes out. My closet is huge, by the way. And I was just like, I can't do it anymore. It's too much. I mean, not only was, like, I'm having trouble within my classroom, but I was just having trouble as a whole. Nothing about school. It was just work in general. And so she goes, it's okay. It's okay. When I was your age, I tried to do the exact same thing too. And I told her about the parent that was like, you know, you need to, like, be strict with them. They need structure and stuff like that. One of the parents didn't care. The other one told my coworker. Another one didn't get the message, which I'm kind of glad, because those parents were more sensitive of parents. And there was other ones that were just off the rail. And what got to me was the one who said to, like, be strict and be structured was the one who was chewing me out for this. And she's like, I don't think you should send this out with your bosses knowing, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, you're the one who told me to be structured and stuff like that, to be strict with them. And it was a hot mess. So moral of the story is, if you guys are ever left alone with kids, and for all daycares, I believe, yeah, all daycares, if you are under 18, you are not allowed to be alone with kids whatsoever. And I was left alone a lot with the kids, and nothing really bad happened. It was just like, they acted up and stuff, which they rightfully should. They didn't have a teacher, you know, with them. But it was just a hot mess. So, but to this day, my coworker and I are best friends. I still watch actually, I don't watch any of my toddlers that I had, just one. I watch other ones that I know just from the daycare. And so, I saw that one parent back in October. It's fine and stuff. It's just, it's crazy. Like, I don't even know, you guys. So anyways, that is my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed. And musical prep starting this month. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna film a musical prep video for all you actors and actresses out there. And I'll talk to you soon. XOXO Teresa.